Good evening everybody and welcome back to JWE Monday Night Jayromoda. Tonight we're in Chicago, Illinois, where we're coming right off the back of an exciting and dramatic Royal Rumble. Fiora is set to defend her Nexus championship belt in front of a hostile crowd as she takes on a tag team champion in Tifa Lockhart. And Gundham Tanaka looks to rebound from his close loss to Akechi last night with a win against Kibo. Get ready for a night of incredible offense, unshakable defense, and non-stop suspense, because this is Jayromoda. And here we go, starting off our night. Introducing first. It is Pandoria. And Pandy having a pretty good showing at the Royal Rumble last night. Not meant to be, but honestly, still pretty good for her. And her opponent, representing Torna.
And representing the Acolytes from Pangea, Lora.
It is Lora. And here we go, both women ready. Referee rings the bell and Pandoria immediately running towards Lora and with a wheelbarrow facebuster. And Lora turning that around on the offense herself, looking for a senton, but Pandoria rolls out of the way. And tossing Lora into the corner. Flying elbow. Now heading up top. Flying crossbody splash. And going for the pin. There's two. Lora manages to get shoulder up, but not exactly a good start for really either of them. Pandoria turning Lora around. Elbow to the spine. And now single leg Boston Crab, but Lora managing to get a rope break. Pandoria with a flying hammer drop. Going for the pin, only one count though. Pandoria with a senton. And another pin. There's one. Lora kicks out. And Pandoria with the stomp. Lora again just rolling out of the way of the senton, but when it comes to actual offense, she can't really get much going on. Pandoria's been controlling that part of the match. And now Lora going for the pin. There's one, there's two. Pandoria pops out. And elbowing out of the grapple. And Lora doing the same thing. And looking for a neck breaker. Pandoria fights that off. And a standing shooting star press. And now Pandoria heading to the outside, heading up top. And lining up. Looking for the diving DDT. Lora gets out of the way of that, probably saving her match and forcing Pandoria back up to her feet, toss into the corner. Pulling her away, a scoop slam. And a rolling cradle. Into the cover, there's two, and Pandoria just barely before three. Lora with a soccer ball kick, forcing Pandoria back up to her feet. Pandoria with the reversal. And Lora sending her tumbling over the top rope. Not entirely sure that was the plan, considering that Lora was getting ready for an attack off that springboard. Or off the rebound, rather. Pandoria with a hip toss, forcing Lora back up to her feet. And a toss back inside the ring. Referee at the 2 count. Make that 3. Okay, 4, but not much longer. And Lora. Would that be a Thez press? I'm not entirely sure. But just piston-like right hands. And now finally, actually on the offense. But Pandoria back on the offense, using Lora's slight hesitation to her advantage. And the arm drag. And Pandoria with the 2 kicks into a clothesline. And a facebuster. Pandoria with a senton. Lora's not going to roll out of that one. And there's 1, there's 2. Lora kicks out, though. And now Pandoria again, looking for the facebuster. And a clothesline, sending Lora clean to the outside. And Pandoria joining her. And a love tap. There's 5. Pandoria sending Lora down with that slap. There's 6. There's 8, but both women back inside the ring. Pandoria sending Lora into the referee. And a somersault clothesline. Into the cover, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Pandy, I wasn't sure if she was expecting to win that with that celebration. I thought she was expected to lose, but Pandoria. That's how you. I mean, that is how you control a match. And here we go for our first tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first. It is Devila and Popola, the Gestalt Sisters. And their opponents still looking for their first win of the season. It is Himiko Yameno and Tenko Chabashira, although Tenko does technically have a win from a couple of weeks ago. Not a tag team match, not a tag team win though. Still looking for one with Magiko.
And their opponents, the new Nexus.
And here we go, Popola and Tenko, the first in the ring. They meet in the middle with Popola immediately sending Tenko into the corner. And Tenko elbows out. Now Popola with a snap mirror. Pulling Tenko down, grabbing onto the arms and just working on that upper body early. Popola sending Tenko into the corner again, and Tenko again elbowing herself out. Sending Popola into the corner, diving knee. And taking in Himiko. Himiko surprisingly a final 2 in the Rumble last night. Don't think she had an elimination, but still surprising. Even after the match, she said that she wasn't anticipating staying in the ring for that long. Well, of course I'm paraphrasing, but Himiko with the barrel roll suplex. Himiko up top, staring down Popola and a diving clothesline, going for the pin. There's one, Popola kicks out. Himiko walking Popola to the Western ropes and just taking Tenko back in. Probably wanting to recharge her mana. And Tenko with a diving crossbody, sending both of them to the outside. Referee at the count of 4. Tenko just knocking Devila off the apron from behind. And now just resetting the count for literally no reason. Popola with a takedown and the Fez press. And a toss to the corner. Will Tenko elbow out? No. There's a tag team attack. Double back by dropping out Devila. Looking for a little bit of revenge from that sucker punch from the to the back of the head. And Devila tagging Popola back in now. Popola not... Okay, there we go. I was going to say not quite through the ropes, but managing to get herself fully into the ring. And Popola tossing Tenko back into the corner. Takedown and the ground and pound. And one moment. Himiko in the ring now. Tossing Popola into the corner and a tackle. And a dragon screw takedown into a leg breaker. And Himiko sending Popola into the corner, or excuse me, Devil into the corner, pulling her away in a dangling double leg kick. Devil on the offense, rolling Himiko up, going for the cover. There's one as Himiko manages to fight her way out, and Tenko back inside the ring. Devila with a Tenko with a hot shot. Devila just kicking Tenko down, going for the pin. Tenko kicks out before the 1 count. There's one. Himiko breaks it up. And now Devil lining up. The Blitz combo finisher. And the cover, there's one, there's two, and Tenko barely kicks out. Devila forcing Tenko back up to her feet. Looking to toss her, but Tenko with the reversal. And now pulling Devil away, sending her head first into the turnbuckle. But Devila with the reversal. Elbow to the spine, trapping Tenko into the corner, but Tenko again elbowing out, looking for the suplex. Devila is going to fight out of that. Tenko sending Devila into Magiko's corner. Now tagging in Himiko. Double elbow. And Himiko not going for the pin instead. Trapping the arm, stomping on the hand. And now Himiko going for the pin. There's one. Devila kicks out. Toss back inside the back to the corner. And Himiko preventing that tag out by forcing Devila to react. That's pretty smart. Diving shoulder. Tenko, now's probably the time to go for the pin. But no, she was caught taunting. Himiko almost counted out in almost a disqualification. And Devila with a reversal, tossing Tenko into the corner. And tagging in Popola. Popola with the right hand, going after Himiko, knocking her off the apron. But Tenko with the reversal. But Popola sending Tenko for an Irish whip. And Zagiri sending her down. And Tenko still with the wherewithal to get the reversal. And still unable to send either Gestalt Sister into the corner 10 times. But still with the reversal. Tenko desperate to finally get this first tag team victory. But you know you'll have to go for the pin in order to actually get the victory, right, Tenko? Apparently not. Himiko lining up. The double leg drop kick and the cover. There's one. Popola still kicks out early. And Popola getting the elbows up, checking that kick. And another double back by drop. This time Himiko sent flying and rolling to the outside, just trying to get her bearings back. Devil up top, diving clothesline. There's 5 as Devil sends Tenko to the outside. There's 7, nearly 8. Himiko's in the ring, tackling Devila from her blind side. Devila to the outside. Neither partner out on the apron. Himiko greeting Devila, or Popola. Devila. Devila with a reversal though. Irish whip. Himiko with the reversal right back. And now just using her magic. Himiko, go for the fucking pin, girl. Nope, taking in Tenko. Tenko not going for the pin. Honestly, the pin probably would have won it. Bringing in Popola, and then the release suplex, another pin attempt. But instead, we're half a step behind. Popola breaking it up, what should have already been her breakup. And it's times like this that is the reason why Magiko still have yet to score a victory this year. Because they just will not go for the pin when it suits them the best. And now Popola tags out, or Devila takes out, Popola's in. Neither team with an advantage again. And there's a flatline DDT going for the cover. See, that's how you do it, Magiko. Tenko forcing a breakup, but there's a face buster from Popola. Tagging in Devila. And now the cover, there's 1, there's 2. Himiko forces her way out. Devila taking Popola back in. And most importantly, preventing Himiko from even getting anywhere near the corner. And will this will most likely be another failure of Magiko because they don't know how to pin. There's 2, there's 3.
Here are your winners. Damage control.
And once again, failing to recognize how to fucking win a match. Causing Magiko to lose yet again. If you can't tell, I'm very disappointed. Like, again, this is like their 3rd, maybe 4th match where they could have got it, but they just failed to understand that to win the match, you actually have to try to win. And now our second tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first. It is Mondo Owada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru, your men's tag team champions, the Ultimate Brotherhood.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 314 pounds, the men's undisputed Impact, the tag team world champions, the Brotherhood.
And their opponents. They are the Phantom Thieves of Heart,
At a combined weight
Joker
of
and Skull.
315 pounds, the Heart Foundation.
Joker putting up one hell of a performance at the Rumble last night. Starting number one and not going out of the ring until the mid-teens. With like, what, 2, 3 eliminations to his name? Here we go, Mondo and Ryuji the first in the ring. Referee rings the bell and Ryuji not moving, Mondo tossing him into the corner, taking advantage of that. And now an alley-oop powerbomb. And Mondo just slamming Ryuji headfirst into the mat. Ryuji back up to his feet. And immediately caught by a dropkick. And the cover, there's one, Ryuji kicks out. And for a second that I was nervous that I accidentally selected one of them. Ryuji elbowing out. Taka. Excuse me. Taka with an Irish whip. Corner snap, mirror double leg drop kick to the back of the head. And Joker looking for the tag out, but Ryuji unable to get to the corner. And Ryuji finally with a reversal, getting at least a little bit of offense going and tossing Taka into the corner. Back elbows. And the cover, there's one, there's two, Taka kicks out. And Ryuji scooping up Taka over the shoulder. And a planted slam. Ryuji tags out, Joker's in. And Joker the strong single leg drop kick. Forcing Taka back up to his feet. Toss into the corner. And just kicking the heel. Joker walking Taka to the northeast corner, but Taka elbows himself out. Joker grabbing him from behind and a planted Single shoulder suplex and taking Ryuji back in. Now Ryuji with an elbow drop right to the sternum. Irish whip into the corner and some more elbows. And a diving crossbody. Taka elbowing out of the corner. Tossing Ryuji from one corner to the other. And tagging in Mondo. The tag team suplex and the cover. There's one, there's two, and Ryuji kicks out. Mondo with a clothesline to the back of the neck and the ground and pound stomp to the chest. And tagging Taka back in. Taka with a strong right hand to the base of the neck. And the cover, there's one. Ryuji still with the strength to kick out. Taka tagging Mondo back in. Ryuji back up to his feet and immediately caught by an elbow. Mondo forcing him back up to his feet. Irish whip into the corner. Strong right hand, but Ryuji elbows himself out. And Mondo fighting his way out of the corner. Ryuji with the reversal and a Superman punch. Going for the cover. Taka's going to break it up. And Ryuji stomping the arm. Advantage fully in their corner. And tagging Joker in. Mondo sending Joker for a run. Turnstile elbow forcing him up to his feet. Tossed to the corner. And a stomp to the back of the head. And now not what you want to see. Mondo heading up top. Elbow drop from the heavens. And tags out. Taka forcing Joker up to his feet, tossed to the corner. But Joker fights his way out. But Taka winning that. No, Joker with the last laugh. Neckbreaker into the pin. There's one, there's two. Taka kicks out. And importantly, Mondo staying out on the apron. Senton missed. And a neck breaker. Taka with a stomp to the forehead, forcing Joker back up to his feet. But Joker with the reversal, tossing Taka into the steel steps. Playing with fire here, there's 7. Joker kicking Mondo off the apron, but here's Taka. Over the shoulder. And the jumping knees to the face, going for the cover. Skull's gonna break it up, but advantage swinging back to the favor of the Brotherhood. Joker with a top rope arm drag. And now the sliding phantom clothesline going for the cover. And Mondo's going to break it up. Neither team with the advantage. Or should I say the first team to tag out with the advantage. Joker tossing Taka into the corner. Could have set up a tag team attack, deciding not to. Instead, the running Bulldog and Mondo gets tagged in. Joker getting a little bit too fancy. And the delayed reverse suplex, or the delayed dangling suplex. There's 1, there's 2. Joker gets the shoulder up. Toss to the corner, tagging in Taka. Joker, this is what you should have done. Taka tossing Joker into the corner, tagging Mondo back in. And here we go. Good morning, good evening, good night.
Here are your winners, the Brotherhood.
Was that hubris or was that underestimation? Not quite sure, but the Ultimate Brotherhood's showing why they are still the tag team champions, and for a while to go, it seems like. And for our next matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is the man who nearly took the title away from Akechi last night, just falling an inch short.
Weighing in at 163 pounds, the demon, Gundham Tanaka.
It is the Dark Lord of Destruction himself, Gundham Tanaka. And his opponent, it is the ultimate robot, K1B0,
And his opponent,
Kibo.
Japan, weighing in at 196 pounds, K1B0.
And here we go. Referee rings a bell. They meet in the middle, with Kibo immediately sending Gundam into the corner, but Gundam stepping out of the way. And Kibo with a reversal right back. And now with dangling arm, or a reverse arm bar, or standing dangling reverse arm bar. I can just apply pressure. Kibo gets out of the way of that clothesline with a nice double leg Pele kick. And Kibo with a running knee. Heading up top. Mining up. And a 540 moonsault, but missed. And Gundam with a knee strike with the ground and pound. Kibo back up to his feet, tripping Gundam. And a spinning arm breaker. Gundam back up to his feet, but Kibo dangling him. Looking for the knee drop, but Gundam rolls out of the way. And Kibo still reversing Gundam. Back on the offense, though. Up over and a face-planting suplex. Kibo crawling to the corner, Gundam lining up. And I'm surprised Kibo didn't reverse that one. Gundam to the outside, but not really liking his prospect, so he's back inside. And another suplex. Gundam with a planted power bomb and the cover. There's one. Kibo still kicks out. And the Irish whip. Just big boot. And the ground and pound, the stomp. And again, but Kibo with the reversal. And Kibo with a stump leg puller. Forcing Gundam into a seated position. Head scissor elbow. And the RKO. There's one, there's two. Gundam barely kicks out. And now Kibo in the corner lining up the interceptor. And the pin, 1, 2, still no 3. Gundam on the outside. Kibo with a suicide splash. And Gundam dangling over the, or a satellite over the arm. And a DDT. And just tossing Kibo back inside the ring. Gundam back inside before the 4 count. And Gundam lining up the demon drop. Well, the inverted demon drop. And the pin, there's 1, 2, and Kibo kicks out. And Kibo again with the reversal. Deadlift. Suplex. And another head scissor elbow that connects. Kibo hyping up the crowd. Feeding off their energy and giving them one final showing. The People's Moonsault. And the springboard back elbow into the pin. Gotta make a liar out of me, I suppose. There's 1, there's 2. Gundam kicks out. Flying, phenomenal forearm and the pin. There's 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner,
And Kibo with a defensive masterclass here tonight, showing that you don't have to be the most offensively adept wrestler. If you just keep reversing and just keep 1 step ahead of your opponent, you're gonna do all right for yourself. And starting off our second half of matches for the evening, introducing first, it is the Queen of Despair, Junko Enoshima.
making her way to the ring from Japan, Master Judy.
And her opponent, doing pretty well for herself at the Rumble, starting second and making her way to the early teens. It is the Flame Bringer herself, Morag Ladair. And Junko begins with a Hurricane Rana. Heads to their takedown, but Morag on the offense, kick to the spine. And now a dangling armbar, but Junko fights her way out. Morag with the knife edge chops, the kicks to the thighs. And now a backpack facebuster. Morag to the top rope. And the 5-star splash. Going for the pin. There's one. Junko kicks out. And a falling fist. Morag forcing Junko back up to her feet. Tossing her into the corner. But Junko with the reversal. And an enziguri. Morag to the outside. Climbing back in, but Junko with the head scissor neck breaker. And a standing drop kick in the corner. Morag back up to her feet. Pull back. Morag the reversal. Forcing Junko over the shoulders and an electric chair. Junko to the outside. Morag with a knee to the back of the head. Seating up Junko, just cranking the neck. Doing her job as a chiropractor. And now to the top, another 5-star splash, but not quite landing it. Junko forcing Morag up to her feet, turning her around. Morag with an elbow. And tossing Junko into the ring post. Morag up top. Staring down Junko, flying. Double leg drop kick. And now armbar. Pulling back, not going to win the match, especially since you're along the outside. But more damage is better than none. Junko looking for a senton. Morag rolls out of the way. Morag forcing Junko back up to her feet, tossing her back inside the ring. And we continue. Morag now lining up. The double knee. Here we go, the double knee curb stomp of Junko. Seeing that coming, especially since Morag tried that twice. Arm breaker into the cover. There's one. Morag kicks out. Morag slipping out of the suplex. And the hip attack. Morag now just cranking on the neck. Into the ground and pound stomp to the chest. Arm breaker and the pin. Referee a little bit delayed. There's one, there's two. Doesn't matter.
Here is your winner,
And Morag maintaining her position at the pretty much the top of the women's universal power rankings. Not quite number one, but she is absolutely a title contender. And next up, introducing first, coming to play, it is Leon Kuwata.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Japan, weighing in at 148 pounds, the rock star Leon Kuwata.
And his opponent, it is your former Mr. Money in the Bank, your former men's Universal Champion, losing it last night to
155 pounds, Sherry
losing it last night to Senator Armstrong. It is Shinjiro Aragaki. Here we go, both men ready. Referee rings the bell. Shinjiro immediately running towards Leon and hitting the bull rush. Look for the stomp. Leon getting out of the way. But Shinjiro with a pendulum backbreaker. Forcing Leon up into a power bomb. And the cover. There's one, there's two. Leon kicks out. Shinjiro forcing Leon up and sending him down with a spinning discus punch, and Leon with a diving crossbody. Now Leon tossing Shinjiro out onto the apron. Trying to knock him off, and does. And Leon with a diving elbow. Going for the arm breaker. And forcing Shinjiro, but Shinjiro reversing him, sending Leon down. And Shinjiro with another elbow drop. There's 5. And 6. Shinjiro with an elbow again. Forcing Leon back up to his feet. Referee at the count of 7. And Shinjiro tossing Leon back in. Both men in at the count of 8. Shinjiro with the big boot. Stomp to the arm, to the spine. Now heading up top, staring down Leon, looking for the spear. And the cover, there's 1. Leon kicks out. Leon with a reversal. And a spinning face buster. And now heading to the corner. And now the wind-up. And the pitch. And it struck well. Shinjiro with the reversal into the end of days and the pin. There's 1, there's 2. Leon kicks out. Leon with the reversal, spinning heel kick to the gut. And now both men just exchanging right hands in the corner, both looking to end this here and now with a showing of strength. Reversal after reversal. Knife edge chops, and now both men just in the pocket. Just unloading on the other. And Shinjiro recovering first with a clothesline. Back body drop. And slam. Into the cover, there's 1, there's 2. Leon kicks out. Shinjiro looking for the power bomb, but Leon fighting his way down. And Shinjiro with the reversal, elbowing out of the grapple, turning Leon around. And a suplex into the lariat. And the cover, there's 1, there's 2, and Leon's not going to kick out. Both men fighting well, showing why they should be the next one to challenge Akechi, but Shinjiro just coming off that much better. Probably with a little bit of a Universal Division experience under his belt. That certainly doesn't hurt to have. And for a penultimate matchup of the evening, introducing first, he is your men's Universal Champion, It is Senator Stephen Armstrong.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Colorado, weighing in at 500 pounds, the Miz, Undisputed Impact Universal Champion, the Senator Stephen Armstrong.
Saying it's America time and Americaing all over Shinjiro Aragaki last night. And coming home with the Universal Championship belt. Let's see how long he can hold on to it. And his opponent, representing Torna, it is Jin.
The Acolytes from Pandoria, weighing in at 225 pounds, Jin.
And here we go. Referee rings the bell. They meet in the middle for this heavyweight bout. Armstrong forcing Jin over the shoulders, bouncing him off the top rope and stomping on the ankle. And now stomp to the stomach. Trapping the arm, stomping the hand. Jin rolling out of the way, looking for the diving clothesline, and hits it. But Armstrong back up to his feet. Sending Jin over the top rope, tumbling, and Armstrong following. Armstrong with the stomps to the hands, and choking Jin. Forcing him back up to his feet. Pop up and just sending him face first To the mat on the outside. There's 3. Cranking on the neck. Jin trying to get back up to his feet, but Armstrong stopping that with a stomp to the ankle. And the referee at the count of 5. And Armstrong with a knee to the face. There's 6. Need to get back into the ring soon. Don't want to count out here. Or at least I don't. And neither does Armstrong as he tosses Jin back inside the ring, nearly tripping the referee. And now Armstrong to the top rope, diving elbow drop, all 500 pounds in what's probably, what? I don't know. 3 square inches? Probably like 150 pound per square inch elbow right there. Armstrong forcing Jin back up to his feet, but Jin fighting his way out. Armstrong forcing him down. And a knee to the face. Jin fights his way out again. Stomp to the spine, and Armstrong kicking him off of him. Armstrong forcing Jin back up to his feet. Irish whip, pull back, Jin with the reversal. And Armstrong forcing him back down. Stomp between the shoulders, forcing Jin over the shoulder. And a planted facebuster going for the pin. There's 1, there's 2. Jin kicks out. But the way that Armstrong's controlling this match, I find it difficult to believe that Jin will find a road to at least vaguely come back. Armstrong with the pop-up, and again just sending Jin tumbling. Armstrong trying to send Jin into the steel steps. Jin won't go. There's 5, and now Armstrong up top. Getting a great vantage point, and there's a diving clothesline, sending them both into the barricade. Jin really unable to get anything going right now. Armstrong crawling to the outside, jumping down, and now Jin there to greet him, but Armstrong just forcing him down. Jin rolling back up to his feet, and a Superman punch. And again, just cranking on the neck, referee telling them to get back inside the ring. There's 6. Jin tossing Armstrong into the barricade. Crawling back to the ring. That path to victory that I had a hard time seeing, it might be a countout. There's 8. Referee telling Armstrong to get back inside the ring. He does, but here's Jin from behind. And a Russian leg sweep into a ground and pound. And now an uppercut to the stomach. And a headbutt. Nanomachines aren't going to save you there, Armstrong. And Jin fighting out of the powerbomb. And a big boot. Armstrong just eating it. And Jin rolling out of the way, and another Superman clothesline. Not happening. And Armstrong with a neckbreaker suplex. And Jin with a dragon screw, just taking Armstrong down. And another Russian leg sweep, this time a reverse Russian leg sweep. And a DDT. But Armstrong elbowing out, and now over the shoulders. The rolled up side slam, and now Armstrong looking not for the collective unconscious, but for the people's powerbomb and the pin. There's one, there's two, and Jin barely able to kick out. This is certainly a match of two halves. Jin doing very well to fight back. Armstrong trying to quell the bleeding. And Armstrong just tossing Jin away. Trying to put a stop to this here and now, but no. Climbing up top, looking for one more exclamation mark. Not caring about the ref's count. Jin back up to his feet. But Armstrong sending him head first into the apron. But Jin with the headbutt fighting back. Referee at the count of 4. Back of the head into the barricade, into the facebuster. There's 5. Armstrong again sending Jin into the barricade, but Jin catching himself, not going down fully, but having to catch his breath. There's 8. Has he worn himself out a little bit too much? There's 9, and I don't foresee him getting back into the ring. There's 10. Jin putting up one hell of an effort towards the end, but just running out of energy. And Armstrong just that much better.
The following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's NXT Championship.
And here we go, title on the line tonight. Introducing first. It is one half of your women's tag team champions. It is Tifa Lockhart. Coming off of a disappointing loss last night. Disappointing because it was a count out, although it was a smart count out to retain the belt. And her opponent, representing Eclipse, it is your former double champion and now only your Nexus champion, it is Fiora. Now, only the Nexus belt is on the line tonight, and if you're new to Nexus Championship matches, they're quite simple. Only 1v1, no managers, thanks to some weird shenanigans last year that issued that rule change. Normal matches, disqualifications, and it is one person from Jayromoda versus one person from Eclipse. Usually we have these during pay-per-views or PLEs, but because it was a Royal Rumble last night, we decided to move the Nexus Championship matches to the main events of both shows this week.
Introducing the challenger from Japan, one half of the Women's Undisputed Impact, the Tag Team World Champions, Tifa Lockhart, and her opponent from Stillwater, the Women's NXT Champion, Pandoria.
And here we go, Fiora set to defend in front of a very hostile crowd, who will all be backing Tifa. And here we go, both women ready. The referee rings the bell in the middle, with Fiora beginning the offense, stunning Tifa in a springboard to the back, going for the immediate pin. There's one. Tifa kicks out. But Fiora being shot out of a cannon. And a stomp to the ankle. Fiora with a disappointing loss to Sophie last night. Looking to avoid 2 losses in 2 nights and losing 2 belts in 2 nights. As there's a scissor kick. And Fiora with a kick to the spine. Tifa rolling to the outside. Fiora joining her with a diving suicide Hurricane Rana to the outside. And well, with this being a championship match, Tifa knows all about the stipulation all too well. A count-out victory will not get you the belt. Fiora with a head scissor, just holding Tifa, trying to keep this thing along the outside as long as possible. Tifa sending Fiora for a run into the corner. There's 5. And did Tifa fall into Fiora's trap? There's a knife edge chop. There's 6. You get back into the ring and quickly. There's 7. Tifa knowing the count. Tossing Fiora back in. Preventing a cheap win. But Fiora with a Hurricane Rana head scissor takedown. Tifa to the outside. And another suicide dive connects. Tifa with the back elbow getting out of that grapple, but there's a spinning heel kick from Fiora. And the cover, there's 1, there's 2, Tifa kicks out. And now Fiora with an armbar. Trying to win this thing by submission in front of the away crowd. And releases the hold. Just playing with her target. Playing with the challenger, forcing Tifa back up to her feet. And the Irish whip. Diving underneath, jumping over the top. And the trip. And the loss last night probably lighting a fire as Fiora just completely dominating this match. But Tifa with a DDT, Fiora to the outside, Tifa following her. And Fiora with a jumping neck breaker. Tifa back up to her feet. But Fiora taking her down, double foot stomp. And an arm breaker. And Fiora just absolutely controlling this match, not allowing Tifa to have anything. And she sends her head first into the apron, not even caring if this goes to a countout, because again, countout means a retention. There's 7, Fiora with a flying Hurricane Rana toss. But Tifa kicks her off. Trying to at least get some offense going. There's a Pele kick, but just barely missing as Fiora ducks underneath that. But Tifa with a kick and a snapmare. Tifa dragging Fiora away from the ropes. Fiora back up to her feet. Low altitude roundhouse heel kick from Tifa. Any bit of offense is good offense, especially when you've been on the back foot. There's 2. Fiora kicks out. A mid 2 count. And now the crowd getting behind Tifa as she gains, or as she has this late match surge. There's a kick to the spine. And Tifa forcing Fiora back up to her feet. Springboard roundhouse kick sends her down. Fiora back up to her feet. Trying to quell this offense that Tifa has. There's a spinning cross-arm facebuster. And sending Tifa down. Heading up top. Moonsault, or a standing shooting star. No, that was a moonsault. And the pin, there's 1, there's 2, and Tifa will not kick out. And Fiora defending in front of a hostile crowd. And just absolutely controlling the match. The fans can't believe it. How long will she hold on to this belt? It's been 8 months. It's been 8 months. She has long smashed the record. But with that, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight and hope to see you on Friday for Eclipse as we prepare for the Survivor Series War Games coming up and Halloween. But until then, we are signing out from Chi-Town, Illinois. See ya.